Welcome back everyone. Today we have another pack opening. We've got a Combined Powers Premium Collection and two mini tins with two packs in each of those. We've got 11 boosters in here, 7 promo foil cards and then one oversized card, which you see is the Lugia there. We're going to get into today's pack opening. I'm going to try and be a little bit faster paced. I think I was a little bit slower on the previous videos. So we're going to start off with the two tins. We've got the Squirtle with Magikarp and then the Charmander and the Farfetch'd, and then we're going to get into the Swine, the Lugia and the Ho-Oh box afterwards. So let's get into today's video, get into these two tins first, and then we'll get into the premium box afterwards. Okay, as I said, we're going to start today with the tin. So up first we've got the Charmander. We do have a metallic coin in here, which is a Quaxly, I believe is the name of that Pokemon, so that's quite nice. And then we've got this lovely card, which you can combine with the other tins to make a full art, I believe. So we'll combine that in a second. And then we have two packs in here. So we've got the Obsidian Flames and the Stellar Crown. Now I have opened a couple of these packs recently, and I think Stellar Crown has some absolutely insane pulls in it. So we will get into that. So let's pop the tin off to the side. Let's get into the pack then. Now, I believe from when I last opened these, we have to take one card from the back. So here is the online promotion card for anyone that would like to use it. We are then going to take, as I say, one from the back, move it to the front, that's the energy, just so the chase card is hopefully at the end. So we have up first, we have the basic energy, a Wooloo, a Finneon, an Applin, a Fletchling, a Lapras, a Corradian, something like that, a Togedemaru, a reverse holo Lechonk, which I know is a sought after card, a Clink Clang, and a Alcurami or Alcuramai. Nice cards, nothing I'm particularly bothered about. None of those are particularly insane in that pack. So sadly, nothing to show for that pack there. So let's get into the next one. Up next then, we got the Obsidian Flames. Now this pack I am quite interested in because I believe this was requested on a comment by a subscriber. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, we'll get rid of that. We're going to flip it over so anyone can have the live card if they wish to. Take the energy from the front, flip it over, and hopefully pull something a little bit better from this one. You've got Bunnelby, a Smoliv, a Pidgey, a Combee, a Lapras, a Masquerain, a Gumshoos, a reverse Capsicid, a reverse Aldunio, and a holo Togekiss. So again, not the most insane pulls ever in the series, but actually I quite like the Togekiss there. So there's the first two packs, nothing to write home about there. So we're going to go ahead and get into the next tin. All right, then into the next tin. So we've got Squirtle on the front of this one with a Magikarp. Oh, it's quite a tight tin, that one. There we go. And inside again, so we've got another Quaxly coin. So I'm not really too bothered about these. I don't play the games. We do have the art card, which if I do combine with the Charmander there, you can see it will generate one nice big image at the end. So maybe I'll get some more tins and we'll try and complete that, but we'll see if we get lucky enough to do that. And then inside, I believe again, oh, these packs are really tight in there. I don't want to bend the card. Inside then we've got an Obsidian Flames and a Stellar Crown pack to open again, and I think again we'll go with the Stellar Crown first, as this is something I am used to opening. So first pack is the Stellar Crown. And inside here, again, same as always, we're going to be taking one from the back after the online code there. The energy card that can go, and then into the pack. So we've got a Hoot to start, Grubbin, Grievard, a Joltik, a Gravity Gemstone, a Veluza, a Revavroom, a reverse Slowking. Now Slowking is one of my favourite Pokemon, I quite like him. a Charcadet, and a Rhypheria. Annoyingly, I think I already packed Rhypheria from this series, so that is a little bit annoying. Gonna get into now the Obsidian Flames pack. As I said, I'm going to try and keep the speed of the pack open a little bit faster than last time, as I believe last time was a little bit too slow. So inside here we have the promo card for anyone that wants it. We have then got the energy card, which again, I don't know if anyone's super bothered about them. And inside we have a Larvitar, a Magnemite, an Eevee, Toadschool, Serena, not sure what that is, a Lycanroc, a Probopass, I quite like the design on that card, a reverse holo Mawile, a reverse holo Swablu, and a Claydol. Actually quite a nice card design there again, holo as it's the final card. Let's finish off by getting into the 11 boosters and promo cards from this combined powers. We obviously have the Giant Lugia EX card and the remaining packs on the inside, which we will get into. But just so you can see, we did also get a Suswine EX, which is quite nice. A Drops in the Ocean, which is a Pokemon tool, I'm not sure what that is. And this really nicely designed Mr. Mime card, I really like. It's a bit like an old school art style for Pokemon, so that's quite nice. We've got the Lugia EX, the Sunseed, the Ho-Oh EX, and the Scorching Charcoal. So there's some nice promo cards from that. And now don't worry, we are going to sleeve all these cards. And so now we're going to get into the packs. I'm just going to flip them all out and get into those now. So from the packs, we've got 3 Scarlet Violet, 4 Paradox Rift, and 4 Obsidian Flames. I'm going to get into the Paradox Rift first because I'm unaware of that series. Then we're going to do Scarlet Violet, and as I say, finish with the Obsidian Flames. So here we go. So let's open up. So we've got up first the Paradox Rift with a Garchomp on the front. Now I'm not going to know the name of all these Pokemon, and I'm hoping that these packs are opened in a very similar way to the last one. So there is the code if anyone would like it, and then hopefully this is the energy card. Excellent. So I should just turn this over, and into the pack we get. So we've got a Knackle, a Plusle, a Dottler, a Toxel, Wugtrio, a Technical Machine Blindside, an Iron Bundle Future, a Reverse Holo Onyx, a Reverse Holo Orisoyo, I don't know how you say that, and a Skeldrig EX card. Now that is quite a nice card there. I don't know if these cards are worth anything, but that is quite nice. I think it's got like a bit of a crystal theme going on here. That is my first kind of pull today that I'm actually kind of really happy with there. So that is a nice start, other than the promo cards are obviously very well designed, the Ho-Oh and stuff like that. So that's the first pack. Up next, we have got a second Paradox Rift. Again, I don't know much about this series, so I'm not pulling cards and, saying, oh my god, look how much money I've made. I'm just pulling cards and hopefully trying to find ones that I like. And obviously, if there is anything that is valuable, that would also be a great benefit. So up first, we've got Vanillite, Orisorio, I don't know how you pronounce this, sorry, Swablu, Pansear, a Medical Energy, a Steenie, a Gliscor, like a Gliscor, a Tinkertuff Reverse Holo, a Pumpkaboo Reverse Holo, and a Tinglu. I don't know much about that card. I can't even really make out what the Pokemon is there because it's just a bit of a blur, but I'm assuming that's its head up here and it's got a bit of a crown. These Pokemon are a little bit beyond my years, as I'm a bit of an old school Pokemon fan, so I know, as I've said in previous videos, a couple of the older series Pokemon, 1 through 4, maybe a few from 5 and things like that. And I do know a few from beyond, just from playing games like Pokemon Go and things like that. But as I say, I'm not 100% sure. So we've got the code for anyone that would like it, energy, and then we've got Larry Supporter, Yamask, Surskit, Wimser, a Rourke, Steenie again, a Simipour, a Reverse Honedge, which I know is actually quite a nice card, a reverse Minim, which is quite nice, and a Steelix. Steelix, again, I think is a bit of an underrated card in the Pokemon, like genre in general, because I think everyone's a big fan of the Onix, but Steelix is quite a nice card. So we'll pop that off to the side. Again, nothing insane from those ones there, but that's fine because we've still got plenty to open. Up next, the final Paradox Rift, and that looks like a Mega Salamence or something by the design on the front of the pack. I'm not quite sure. Get into the final packs from the Paradox Rift, and we will get rid of the pack. We'll open up. So we've got a promo card, energy card, and then underneath we have a Gible, a Panpour, Blitzel, Bonsweet, a Mela, an Exploud, a Minior, a Charcadet, a Vanillite, they were the reverse hollows, and a Maushold EX card. Now, I don't know if they're worth anything, but they look quite cute, so they actually might be quite a fan favourite, because, again, I'm not too familiar with these later Pokemon in the series, but Maushold is a very nice design. It's quite a cute little Pokemon. Alright then, so up next we've got the Scarlet and Violet. So these are just the basic Scarlet and Violet series packs. Now hopefully we can get something nice as a pull out of, these remaining packs. I wouldn't say we've had anything too insane to start here. So we've got the promo card and the energy card, which I'm not super bothered about. Again, if you want to use the codes, please do. We've got a Slowpoke, a Wattrel, a Zangoose, a Krogunk, a Messagoza Stadium card, Heracross, Defiance Band Pokemon Tool into a reverse Slowpoke, which is quite nice, a reverse Seviper, sorry, he said Seviper, and a Klefki. A nice Pokemon design. I think it gets a little bit of hate because it just looks like keys, obviously, but I actually think it's not actually the worst design Pokemon, to be fair. It's quite a nice card to pull, but again, it's nothing insane. I am looking for some full arts, hopefully, in these packs. So as we continue to get into them, here's the Scarlet and Violet pack 2. Hopefully in these last two Scarlet and Violets we can get something. I don't even know if there are full arts in this series, to be honest. That's how little research I've done into this, as the pack is a little bit tight there. We don't want to damage any cards just in case we do get a chase card in here. So we've got a code, energy, get rid of those, and then a Rotom, Chansey, Rare Candy, a Greedent, a Crocodile, a Flamigo, a reverse Pormo, a reverse Messagoza Stadium, and a Cyclizar. I think this is the cover Pokemon for the new Pokemon ZA set game for the Nintendo Switch that's coming out, or Switch 2, I guess. So, I mean, maybe he's quite a cool Pokemon. I think he looks a little bit basic if that is the one that I'm thinking of, but I'm actually not 100% sure, but I'm not too bothered about him. But again, he's a holo card. We will go ahead and sleeve him, and maybe I'll do a giveaway or something on this channel. And the final Scarlet and Violet pack to open here. Once we tear the whole thing by accident, but that's fine. We've got a promo card. Whoops, upside down. So there you are, and the basic energy. And now final pack, Scarlet and Violet. We've got a potion, Buizel, energy retrieval, Lechonk, a Spatra, I'll probably pronounce that wrong, Arven, a Catachan, I do love a Catachan, he's quite a cool Pokemon, Team Star Grunt, a Skiddo, they were the reverse, and a Iron Treads EX. Now that looks like a very cool and well designed card. I'm not too sure what Pokemon this is, as I say, these are out of my realm, but I actually quite like that one. I like that he's like, popping out of the image here, so really well designed card, and there's a nice like, it's some real subtle star effects on the card, which I'm hoping the camera's picked up for you. All right, then up last, we've got the Obsidian Flames. We've got 4 packs here. So we've got Tyranitar on the front. Get into these. Ooh, that feels a bit like it doesn't want to open there at the top. So we go from the bottom. I know some people will potentially not enjoy me opening it from the bottom, but apologies, it's the way it needs to be done. There's a code and an energy. And then underneath we have got a Palpitoad, a Zigzagoon, a Scyther, a Meltan, a Seismitoad, a Mungus, Arbolivia, a reverse Time Pole, a reverse Granbull, and another Claydol Holo. We have already packed one of those today, so that's a little bit disappointing, but we will get into the next one and hopefully find something a bit better. Next pack then, Obsidian Flames 2. In here, open nicely that time. That was a very clean pull. So we've got a promo card for the online, energy, and then a Vulpix, Froakie, Darumaka, a Weasel, a Solrock, a Dugtrio, a Houndstone into a reverse Probopass, a reverse Skarmory. Oh, and there's our first full art card. It is Supporter Poppy. I have no idea what this card is worth or anything like that, but that's quite a nice little supporter card full art just to finish off that pack. And I think that is actually my first full art of the day that isn't a promo card. So that is really nice to pull. All right, on to the second to last, the penultimate Obsidian Flames pack then for this video. We've got 2 left, so hopefully we can get something nice out of these final 2. I did just pull a nice full art card, but hopefully we can get something else out of the final packs. We've got a Lechonk, a Barboach, a Wiglet, a Squovit, a Pidgeotto, a Dragonair, Aramalgu, I don't know how you pronounce that, a reverse Bouffalant, a reverse Grumpig, and a Scyther Holo. I actually quite like Scyther as well. I know Scyther gets a lot of love in the Pokemon fan base, but I actually quite like Scizor as well. I think it's quite a nice variant in the Steel version. All right then, it all comes down to this final pack, Obsidian Flames. So we haven't actually had the best pack luck today, so it's a little bit annoying because this is like the biggest pack opening I've done on the channel so far. So I was hoping to pull something quite nice. I have seen a lot of people have not got the best rates on recent packs. I don't know if it's just because there's so many packs now. That, you know, there's less holos or something maybe someone's done some research, I'm not quite sure, but let's get into this final pack. Hopefully pull something in here that is quite nice. We've got a Carvana, a Lechonk, a Fungus, a Nosepass, an Excadrill, a Pidgeotto, another Dragonair. This is basically like a repeat of the pack at the end last time, a reverse NT, a reverse Dugtrio, and the final card of today's opening, a Gita, or Gita, I presume is how that's pronounced, a holo supporter card. So sadly, we didn't actually get a lot back from the packs there. We did get a couple of cards that I do really like the design of, and I will be sleeving and keeping. But as I say, I might be looking into doing a I will be looking to do a giveaway potentially of some of these cards. I will probably keep Poppies. It's quite a nice full art. Claydol, got the Iron Treads there. We've got the Malshroud EX from today, the Skeledridge EX, and then also we did manage to pull some cards from the we did also get some promo cards today. So the Scorching Charcoal, maybe not super important, but the Ho-Oh EX, which is quite nice, the Sunseed, the Lugia EX, again, that's quite a nice card. The Mr. Mime, which I'm actually a really big fan of. Now, I'm not sure if it's the design or not, but I can just see a little bit of dirt on this like ball slash balloon down here. So hopefully that's nothing too bad, but we've got a basic Mr. Mime there. We've got the Drops in the Ocean, and then the Swine EX to finish off. So if you have enjoyed, please go ahead and like and subscribe, because it does mean a lot to me. I have had some good support so far, but I would really just like to, push this channel on a little bit more, get some more packs in there, but I'm only going to be able to do that with support, as they are quite expensive these days. So if you have enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one.